Myself, Ankita Tiwari from LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology from IT ICT department. I am going to take a session from module 2, that is combinational circuits. The subject that is we are going to have is digital fundamentals. The topic that we are going to cover is K-maps with tabulation method. That means basically we are doing tabulation method and multiplexer with Boolean function. Okay, so starting with the K-maps. K-map is a graphical representation of Boolean function. We are already knowing K-maps are the representations of what? Boolean. Boolean means 0 and 1 value. That means the 0, 1 value which is represented in the form of functions, that is represented in K-map in the form of table with rows and columns, where each cell consists of one row and one column. So K-map are basically contain cells which corresponds to a row in the truth table. Also, one map cell corresponds to a mean terms or max terms. So basically it is represented by two terms, mean terms or max terms. So mean terms is basically known as sum of product and max terms are basically known as product of sum. So that both terms are basically useful in K-maps to represent it. So multiple cell areas of the mapping corresponds to standard terms. Now, the method that we are going to have in this session is tabulation method. So tabulation method is actually another name is Kuehn-Matteucci tabular method, which is a tabular method in the form of table based on the concept of prime implicants. So basically when we are getting the terms where you are reducing it, that terms are known as prime implicants. Now we know that prime implicant is a product. So prime implicant is what? Is a term, whether it is a product term or a sum term, which can't be further reduced by combining with any other product. So some terms of the given Boolean function. So basically we know that the prime implicant that we will get at the end will never be reduced because it will be the final simplified terms. So this tabular method is useful to get the prime implicants by repeatedly using the following Boolean identity. Now, whenever we are using the identity here, the following identity is xy plus xy bar, which is equal to x we will take common. So we'll get the term as y plus y bar, which is equal to x dot 1, which is equal to x. So this is the identity property which we are going to use in order to reduce and to get the prime implicant terms. Okay, so basically it follows a very big procedure with some 6 steps. So here we are going to study the 6 of the steps in detail. The first step, that is arrange the given mean terms in an ascending order. That means with the ascending order you have to arrange it with the value that is starting from 0, 1, 2, 3. So you have to arrange accordingly and make the groups based on the number of ones present in their binary representation. And you have to make the groupings of the ones present in the binary representation. So there will be at most n plus 1 groups if there are n Boolean variables in the Boolean function. The second step that we going to follow is compare the mean term. That means the mean term that we got, we will compare it present in the successive groups, and if there is a change in only one bit position, then make the pair of that two mean terms and place the symbol underscore, so that underscore will be defining that this bit is a different pair we are making it, and this we got as a common pair. So we will make a pair of that number and we will put a dash there. The third step that we are going to follow is repeat the step 2 with newly formed terms till we are getting all the prime implicant. That means till we are getting the reduced term, we will continue the step 2 itself. Now the step 4 is formulate the prime implicant table, and it consists of set of rows and columns. So prime implicants can be placed in row wise and mean terms can be placed in column wise. So these are the two row wise and column wise discrimination done with the help of rows and columns. Now place one in the cell corresponding to the mean terms that are covered in each prime implicant term. So now we have to place the one where it is common. Where it is not, you have to put an underscore. So the step 5 will be finding the essential prime implicants by observing each column. If the mean term is covered by only one prime implicant, then it is essential prime implicant. That means if we are getting only one and it is not further reduced, that means it is the prime implicant that we have to take into consideration. This is how that we have to continue till step 6. And the final step, reduce the prime implicant table by removing the row of each essential prime implicant and the column correspond to the mean term that are covered in all of the essential prime implicants. And repeat step 5 for reduce prime implicant table. And this you have to continue till you get the final prime implicants terms. Okay, now we'll see one example and how it goes. So we'll take an example of simplify the following expression to sum of product using tabulation method. We'll take one example and we have here used 4 variables A, B, C, D. So we'll get maximum 16 possible combinations. So here mean terms which are given in the function is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 11, 12 and 15. Now how you have to do it? And you have to see, you can see the table itself here. We have 0 group, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now 0 means no ones available. Okay, so 0, 0, 0, 0 first term that we are getting, and that we will put in group 0 because there are no ones in it. Now group 1 means only one is present in the combination. So 1 means 0, 0, 0, 1. 2 means 0, 0, 1, 0. So there also only one is present. Now if I am talking about 4, 0, 1, 0, 0. So it has also 1 present as 1 only. So we will group 1, we will place only the terms, the combination, the terms which we are having only 1 at its place, total as a 1. So we have 0, 1, 1, 2 and 4. Now we will take group 2. Group 2 means we have total at max 2 ones present in the terms. So here 3, 0, 0, 1, 1. So 2 ones are present, so 3. Then we are having 6, 0, 1, 1, 0, 6. Then we are having 12, that is 1, 1, 0, 0. So 2 ones are present. So we have made group 2. Then the same thing for group 3 and the same thing for group 4. Group 4 means all the ones are present. So only one term is there, that is 50. All the terms are 1. So we have made the groups. Accordingly, we will move for the second group combination we have seen in the table itself. Now the pairs will be done like 0, 1. Then we have 0, 2. Then we have 0, 4. Now how we are making the pairs? Just listen to the words what I am saying. 0, 1. Just see 0 and 1. Okay. So 0, 1. The two terms M0 and M1. Just see there. 0, 0, 0, 0 is 0. 0, 0, 0, 1 is 1. See, 3 bits are same. Only 1 bit is difference. And that position is also fixed. That is 4th position. So how we will take the common part? 0, 0, 0 is common. 0, 0, 0 dash. Got it what I am saying? So this we will get as one pair as 0, 1. Second pair, we will make the combination. We will see whether it is possible or not. So 0 and 2, as you can see. 0, 0, 0, 0. This is the M0. M2 is 0, 0, 1, 0. So see, 1, 2 and 4th position is same in M0 and M2. So 0, 0. Third position is 0, 1. So there we will put a dash. So 0, 0 dash 0. We will get the term in 0, 2 as 0, 0 dash 0. Same thing we will continue for 0, 4. Same thing will continue for 1, 3, 2, 3, 2, 6, 4, 6, 4, 12, 3, 7, 3, 11, 6, 7, 7, 15, 11, 15. So you have to make pair of only 2. Okay, and that is also possible or not. If it is possible, then and only then we have to make the pair. Otherwise, it is not. Now we will see whether all the terms which is present in group 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, all the terms are used or not in the pair. So every term we will put a tick mark. Like 0 it is used, yes. 1 it is used, yes. 2 is used, yes. 4 is used. So we will put a tick marks in all the terms. Yes, it is used. Now we'll go for the another pair. Now after 0, 1, 0, 2 means 2, 2 pair, we'll go for the 4 pair. Means now we will make the pairs from the second column to third column. Okay, we'll see. Like 0, 1, 0, 2. Is it possible? Is any two positions are same and 2 are different? No. That we will see for another bit position. So we'll get a pair of 0, 1, 2 and 3. So 0, 1 and 2 and 3. You can see that 0, 0. Both position first and 2 are same. The third position is 0, 1 and dash is also same at the fourth position. Just see. So we'll get the answer as 0, 0, dash 0. Sorry, dash and dash, because dash was already there at the fourth position. So third position was 0, 1. So it will put a dash there. So 0, 0, dash, dash. So you'll get the answer in that term. Same thing will get as 0, 2, 4, 6. You will get 0, 2, 1, 3. You will get 0, 4, 2, 6. Then you get 2, 3, 6, 7. 2, 3, 2, 6, 3, 7. Then 3, 7, 11, 15. And 3, 11, 7, 15. So you'll get these many pairs. And now you will see whether all the pairs in the column 2 are used or not. So see, as you can see, 4 and 12 pair is never used. So we will not put a tick there. Okay, and we'll go further to the next term, and we'll see how many terms can be reduced in there. So now, as you can see, that the third column will never be reduced because it is the final term. It is not possible to reduce it or to make a pair of 8 pair, because after 4 we will make a 8 pair, 4 and 4, but it is not possible because it is not reducing. So we will take the common terms and we'll put the answer. So common means 0, 0, dash, dash. So 0, 0, dash, dash. We'll put only once and you will get the answer. So this is what this method is, and you will get the answer accordingly. Now as you can see, these terms that we have put it in the last term, you can see that the 0 and 0, but here I have put it the forms that are never used. That means we have not put a tick mark there. So that terms I have put it here, and reduced answer as we get as 4 terms, 1, 2 and 3 and 4. That is B C bar D bar plus A bar B bar plus CD plus A bar D bar. So this is what tabulation method is in KMAP. Now the next term that we are going to have is Boolean function, the implementation using multiplexer. So basically, first of all, we'll see what is a multiplexer, and we have already studied multiplexer, but this sum is a very important sum and that we need to understand it. So I have used this sum, and you have example here itself. So multiplexer is a combinational circuit that has maximum 2 raised to n data inputs, n selection lines and single output line. So one of these data inputs will be connected to the output based on the values of selection lines. Since there are n selection lines, there will be 2 raised to n possible combinations of zeros and 1. So each combination will select only one data input, and multiplexer is also called as mux. Okay, so here the concept of multiplexer is, suppose I am taking 4 cross 1 multiplexer, that means 2 raised to n. So 2 raised to n means if I am taking n as 2, okay, so n will be your selection line, that is S0 and S1, and that if I am taking in the combination of input, the 2 raised to n means 4. If I am taking 2 as an n, so 4 cross 1 multiplexer. So 4 inputs should be there. For 4 inputs, as you can see, I0, I1, I2 and I3, and we have getting output as Y only, that is one output. The same thing, we will see this in the form of table. S1, S0, 4 possible combinations, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0 and 1, 1. Now based on the selection lines S0 and S1, you will select any of the input and you will get the answer as an output. So 0, 0 means 0th means I0. 0, 1 is 1, 1 means I1. 1, 0 is 2, 2 means I2. 1, 1 is 3, 3 means I3. You will get like that only accordingly, and this is the equation, Boolean equation that we are getting is, that is y is equals to S1 bar S0 bar I0, because hereby we have taken a plus in middle, because any of the output is possible at a particular time, only one. So any of the output is possible, but at a particular time one, so we will put a plus, means or possibilities. So 1, 2, 3, 4 possibilities with 4 inputs. So what is the condition for first condition? S1 0 and S1 S0 is also 0. So S1 bar S0 bar, then S1 bar S0, S1 S0 bar and S1 S0. So these are the 4 conditions that we'll use. Now the basic thing that we are going to study in this, most importantly, is an example is to implement a Boolean function if minimal and don't care, which are given in the form of mux. That means we have to design the multiplexer using Boolean function, that is with 3 variables. Here the question is given in F, that is A, B, C, 3 variables, and mean terms are also given, we don't care 7. So here we'll implement it using the 3 steps, that is first is truth table, second is the implementation table, and third is the multiplexer itself. So what you will do? Table. Table means the thing which is given in the form of question itself. That is A, B, C, and we'll get question is 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. So these many are active. So what you will do? You will put a F there, and here you will represent, you have to take one variable as a common variable. So here we will take, yeah, otherwise you can take A also, you can take B also, you can take C also. Always we are taking A as a input and we are taking B, C as a selection line. So here we are reducing it multiplexer by taking A as a input itself. So here as you can see in the second table, A bar and A. So here they have taken A as a common variable and they have put it 0, 1, 2, 3 and taken as a variable itself, and there we have put it the values and we have taken it what the terms will be there into the multiplexer, and that we are using in the designing itself, that is 4 cross 1 marks. Here the 4 inputs are defined because 4 cross 1 marks is been used at 0th position, 1 position, 2 position, 3 position, which we have got in the implementation table, and here I have applied it and will get the output. So this is what the designing of multiplexer of the Boolean function. Okay, so here we have done with K-map of a tabulation method and also the multiplexer of the Boolean function designing part. Thank you.